A very good evening to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to SSB Sure Shot Academy and also to this weekly current affairs session. This session is very important for those aspirant who would like to become officer in defense services. So what I'm going to cover in this session is here subdivided. The topic mostly important which were in the news are important for your interview, that is SSB point of view, and for your written examination for NDA and CDS mostly. So these topics I'm going to cover today. If you watch these small videos weekly, you will be benefited with lots of ideas and what is happening around the globe. So ladies and gentlemen, this session is going to be very interesting and informative too. So how I will continue my discussion. First of all, I will cover the international issues globally which has taken place and are important for geopolitical point of view, and therefrom you can generate some points to put on in GD which will be conducted in SSB interview. You can also take some points for lecturate, and some themes can be generated by looking to the problems of the world and of your society which are in the news while writing your TAT, that is thematic apperception test in psychological test in SSB. Next comes regional and state affairs. Then I will also discuss some important news which are related with the sports and defense. At last, I will cover the miscellaneous, which includes important dates, person and places in news, etc. So with this, I will proceed. Before I move forward, I would like to tell you SSB Shoreshot Academy has all the way to send you in defense academies. So we have starting from written courses for NDA, CDS, AFCAT, the crash courses for Dijol, Infringe. We also then after we have SSB preparatory schemes, especially preparatory classes, which will not only train you or prepare you for your SSB, but to tackle all the problems and upcomings in your life. You will be able to learn so many things and to develop your personality. And at the same time, we also have these classes in online way, in online in the form of virtual classes for NDA, CDS, AFCAT, and SSB, and also for the personality grooming. To get more detail regarding these classes, you can contact these two numbers. And to get periodic discount on any courses, please download our application from Google Play Store, that is SSB Sure Shot Academy. First of all, what we are going to discuss is about the India Central Asia Summit. So India will lead a summit, that is India Central Asia Summit, which was started in 2019. And this time it is going to be headed by PM Modi on Jan 27. PM Modi will chair this summit. And which are these countries who are going to participate in this are, here you can see the Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, or you can say Kyrgyz Republic. So these countries will take part in this summit. What is the main significance of this summit? See, the countries share their boundaries with Afghanistan. And as we all know, that Afghanistan is facing biggest human crisis in the world at present. So Afghanistan was taken over by Taliban after the US left Afghan soil in August 2021. This left Indian development works in Afghanistan incomplete. There were various development work going on in the Afghanistan that was incomplete. So now it is India's concern to build up a good relation, not only with Afghanistan, but to counter terrorism and to be a good leader in the world, Asia and in the world. So India has started focusing the attention towards these major issues which is going on in Asia through this summit. And the Indian investment made towards the development of Afghanistan went in vain. To save this investment, some solutions are to be think of. The Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyz Republic share their boundaries with China, and India is now involved in 21-month standoff with China. So in 21, what we had seen that for month long, we had border dispute issues in highlight with China. and these countries, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan, shares boundary with China. So it is again an important strategy for India, geopolitical strategy, to have a better relation with these countries to counter China. So India's Central Asia dialogue is held annually, as I have already told you, and it was first started in 2019. Next, we will see that there is in line the China-Iran strategic agreement. So why this is important? Because whenever China is taking any step, it is a major concern for India, as being for the first thing is that being a neighbor, it is the responsibility to have information regarding the neighbor, and the second is that there is always a dispute, the border dispute with this country. So it is again a major issue that India must pay attention to this, and is paying. So this is China-Iran strategic agreement. In this meeting, China has reaffirmed its opposition to USA's sanctions on Iran. China is all set to implement a strategic agreement with Iran in a bid to strengthen economic and political cooperation between both the countries. Announcement for implementing China-Iran strategic agreement was made a meeting in East China's Wuxi on Jan 14, 2022. During the meeting, foreign minister agreed to step up cooperation in energy, production capacity, infrastructure, science and technology, and medical and healthcare. Next, we see here there is dispute with Nepal, but not majorly we can say as a dispute, but it is a peaceful dispute. That is border dispute. Nepal is claiming some areas which is being controlled by India. That is Lipu Lake boundary issue. So we should know that even though we have a good relation with Nepal, Nepalese people working in our armed forces, they are soldiers in our armed forces, but still we have some dispute where this is the Lipu Lake boundary issue, in which Nepal is claiming this area to be with it. Let us discuss it in detail today. So India is currently widening the road to the Lipu Lake Pass. The Nepalese ruling party recently issued a statement objecting this. So when India was constructing a road in the region of Lipu Lake Pass, so Nepalese ruling party recently issued a statement objecting this. And also Nepal has demanded India to withdraw its troops in the region. Nepal also claimed that the Lipu Lake, Kalapani and Limpiadura regions is the integral part of Nepal that is being claimed by Nepal. In 2020, Nepal published as revised political map. Most of you would have seen that in news it was that Nepal has published a map, and this was a controversial issue. The map incorporated the Limpiadura territories, especially the source of Kali River. Now, Sugauli Treaty issue. So to understand this, we will have to go back in 1816. What happened? British India and Nepal signed a treaty. It was signed after Nepal lost the Anglo-Nepalese War. According to the treaty, the entire lowlands between rivers Rapti and Kali will belong to British India. However, the treaty did not speak about the ridgeline. The subsequent surveys conducted by the Britishers showed the sources of river Kali in different regions, and the issues between the countries is around demarcating the region. So currently all the three regionals, Kalapani, Lipu Lake and Limpiadura, are controlled by India, and Nepal claims it to be belongs to its boundary, its region, Nepal's region. So according to Nepal, the source of Kali River is at the high altitude of the mountains regions near Limpiadura. This so the entire slope and the stretch of Limpiadura belongs to Nepal. That is a claim made by the Nepal. Now India's stand. So border begins at Kalapani. That is where exactly the river begins. According to India, the river originates in the springs of Lipu Lake Pass, and the 19th century administrative records of India show that Kalapani was located in the Indian side. So there would be disputes, there would be some proof from both the sides. It will keep going. Political agreements will be there, bilateral agreements will be there. But these are the things which we need to know, whether do we have some disputes with such countries like Nepal or not. Next, it was in news that after artificial sun, China has also made artificial moon. It is a first of its kind research facility in the world. It is capable of maintaining low gravity condition for as long as scientists want. After China's artificial sun reached temperatures 5 times hotter than the sun, China is ready with its first artificial moon. Scientists have built an artificial moon research facility, and the facility will help them in conducting low gravity environments using magnetism. So the research facility will be filled with rocks and dust to resemble it with the lunar surface, so that more and more practices or inventions can be, and so the research can be carried out on the surface, on this artificial moon surface, before it is exactly being executed on the real moon. Next, we'll see the volcanic eruption in Tonga. An underwater volcano erupted in Tonga. It is a country in the Pacific Ocean. It is called the Hunga Tonga Hunga Happai volcano. So the eruption was huge and loud, though the volcano was located underwater and 2,383 kilometers away. It was heard in Tonga. So now you can imagine how dangerous and how the loud sound it could be. Also, the eruption created tsunami waves. Hunga Tonga is a volcanic island, and it is located in Tonga. Tonga is a Polynesian country. It is an archipelago. It means it consists of around 169 islands. Next, we'll see the China's record low birth rate. It is becoming a problem, issue with China, that China is facing a low birth rate. As per official data, birth rate in China declined to a record low in 2021, as analysts are warning over faster than expected aging in the country. In 2016, China relaxed the nation's one child policy. Before that, China had a policy of one child to control birth rate. In 2016, it allows couples to have 2 children. But in 2021, China extended the policy to allow couples to have 3 children because they were facing a scarcity of youngsters and having more old age people. So that was again a crisis. Now, next is the US bill on rare earth supplies. It is against China. Now we'll understand what is this rare earth supplies. The United States government has recently proposed a bill to end China's chokehold on rare earth metal supplies. What is this rare earth metal supplies? Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you this rare earth metal are used mostly in most of the purposes, like in mobile phone and any advanced technologies. These elements are used, and more than 90% of the supplies are being made by China. So this bill, what has been passed in US by the US government, the bill urges to create a strategic reserve for the rare earth metals. The reserve shall be maintained by the Department of Defense and Interiors. The reserve shall serve the needs of the tech sector, US Army, and other essential infrastructural needs. It also restricts the use of Chinese rare earth metals in sophisticated defense equipment. The rare earth metals are the 17 metals in the periodic table. They are the 15 lanthanoids and scandium and yttrium. They are mainly used in a high-tech device such as mobile phones, flat screen monitors and televisions, electric and hybrid vehicles. They are also essential in defense applications such as radar, laser, sonar systems, and electric displays. As I told you, in the most advanced systems, these 17 very rare earth metals are used. In 1993, US accounted to 38% of the world rare earth production, and China contributed only 33%. I'm talking about 1993. Now China contributes to 97% of the rare earth metals production in the world. Now you can imagine how China is advancing in its technology and overall development. Next, we can see here the Nusantara, Indonesia new capital. Indonesia's old capital was Jakarta, right? Now it is Nusantara. So what was the main reason? Main reason behind this was the pollution of that particular capital city and our population. So the Indonesians are moving to a new capital. It is East Kalimantan. It is now called Nusantara. Earlier, Jakarta was the capital of Indonesia. Here you can see in this map of Indonesia how this capital city is shifting. Next, we'll see here East Kalimantan or Jakarta is located in the Borneo Islands, and the plan to shift the capital here was announced in 2019. It was announced by President Joko Widodo. That is not much important, but you just need to know what is the new capital of Indonesia. All the government institution, presidential palace, international organization buildings, and foreign embassy buildings are to be moved to Nusantara. It is to cost 33 billion US dollar to execute the plan. Around 2,56,142 hectares of land has been allocated to build the capital city. Next, the BRICS 2022. The first BRICS 2022 Sherpa meeting was held recently. The two-day meeting was chaired by China. China thanked India for its hosting in 2021. During the meeting, the countries discussed about the agenda of 2022. Also, they created the BRICS calendar for the year 2022. Out of this, there are total of 25 events which will be conducted by BRICS in 2022. Of this, 5 are to be hosted by India. China is to host BRICS Young Scientist Conclave. It is focused on modern agriculture and material sciences, material science, artificial intelligence, biomedicine, carbon peak neutralization. So these are the major issues which will be discussed in the Young Scientist Conclave, which will be hosted by China in BRICS meeting. Next, we can see here that the Nitin Gadkari recently has announced a 6 mandatory airbags in all four-wheelers, all vehicles, so that all passengers along with driver and co-passengers, everyone to be safeguarded from the accident. Why these steps has been taken? Because last year the accident, if you see, according to this Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari, 23,483 pedestrians lost their lives in road crashes in 2020. As per NCRB data, 17,538 car occupants died in road crashes in 2020. So to at least to reduce this number, this step has been taken so that more and more airbags can be installed. In most of the cars, you will find there are only 2 airbags. And now it has been, the notification has been drafted now, that, and it has been sent to all the airbags will be made mandatory for all cars being sold in India. And Union government has started the process of making 6 airbags mandatory from October 1st, 2022. So the notification has been drafted, and this notification has been issued and asked for public comments and stakeholders comments on the proposed rule. So stakeholders and the public needed to comment. Everyone is willing to install such things for the safety of the people, and it is a good step. Rule for airbags for driver's seat was made mandatory from July 1, 2019. So in 2019, it was mandatory for every vehicles that there must be airbags for the driver. It means before that there were some vehicles in which not a single airbag was installed. Rule for 1 airbag for co-passengers came into effect from Jan 1, 2022. And from October 1st, 2022, the draft notification has been drafted that there should be 6 airbags. Now, there is one important news, especially for the defense aspirant, was there that the merger of Amar Jawan Jyoti, the older Amar Jawan Jyoti was merged with new Amar Jawan Jyoti at National War Memorial on Jan 21, 2022. The Amar Jawan Jyoti was merged with the National War Memorial because it did not have the names of martyrs at India Gate. Only those names have been inscribed who fought for the British in World War I and Anglo-Afghan War. Thus, it was a symbol of colonial past. India Gate is a memorial honoring the fallen heroes of the First World War. Amar Jawan Jyoti was added to it in 1972. And then after, in Jan 21, 22, this Amar Jawan Jyoti has been merged with National War Memorial. So when the first first it was lighted in 1972. Next comes the hologram statue of Netaji will be projected near India Gate. the Prime Minister and Modi is to unveil a hologram statue of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose near India Gate in Delhi. The statue is to be unveiled on Netaji's 25th birth anniversary. His birth anniversary falls on Jan 23rd. The statue is powered by the projectors. They are 4K projectors. They are capable of delivering 30,000 lumens of brightness value. The cost of these projectors is around 15 lakh rupees. Their projection capacity is 13 by 13 feet. The statue is 6 feet wide and 28 feet tall. Apart from projector, the technology also demands a screen, but the screen will be invisible to the visitors. Now, what is hologram? Hologram is a technology in which image, 3D image is projected. So you understood, with this help of the projection of the light, statue of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose will be unveiled on 26th Jan. Next, we see here the Novak Djokovic was in news because he is against the vaccination drive and he has not taken even a single vaccine. So Novak Djokovic has not taken the COVID vaccine. Therefore, the Australian government considered the Serbian player as a threat to the country. And under this law, he was debarred to enter the country. This is why the top ranked tennis player was deported from Australia. Australia Open is one of the most important Grand Slam tournaments. The other 3 Grand Slam tournaments are US Open, French Open, and Wimbledon Open. Next, we have seen that India Open title winners in badminton, that is Lakshya Sen, secured his maiden Super 500 title by winning Yonex Sunrise India Open on Jan 16, 2022. He secured the title with a stunning straight game victory over reigning world champion from Singapore, Lo Kien Yu, in the men's single final. 20-year-old Lakshya held earlier claimed his maiden world championship medal with the bronze in Spain in December 21. Regarding some more information regarding the newly launched uniform, the combat uniform for Indian Army. So the Indian Army is to provide new uniform to more than 12 lakh military personnel. Unlike the old uniform, the new uniform has t-shirt underneath. It means it will have combat t-shirt as well. The previous uniform has been in use since 2008. The new uniform has the same color of the older one, but this is earthen shades and olive green color. The pattern is this digital in new one. The cotton to polyester ratio is 70:30, so that it makes more comfortable to the people and to our soldiers. The army men will not tuck in the new uniforms as that of the older uniforms. You might have seen in older uniforms, the uniform was tucked in, but this will be completely out. The shirt to be worn over the t-shirt is called a jacket. However, the uniform has been designed considering the requirements and comfort of the lady personnel. This is the first time such considerations are being made in designing and developing army uniform. The new uniform carries a QR code and also a barcode, very important for the security region. This maintains the uniqueness of the uniform. So it will have QR code and barcode, QR code and barcode, so that it can be assured that yes, this person belongs to Indian Army. New Jupiter-like exoplanet was in news. Some scientists claim that they have found the Jupiter-like exoplanet. A group of scientists recently discovered a new planet. The planet is of the size of Jupiter. The new planet is 379 light years away from the Earth. It is 105 times denser than the Earth. The planet is named TOI 2180b. It takes 261 days for the planet to orbit its star, and its surface temperature is 76 degrees Celsius. It is not only denser than the Earth, but also denser than the Jupiter. The planet is made up of helium and hydrogen. The planet has rings and moons as well. In the obituary section, we'll discuss the Kolarwali tigress who has died after contributing a lot. The Kolarwali tigers in Pinch Tiger Reserve of India recently died. It died because of age. The last rites were conducted by the Forest Department of the state of Madhya Pradesh. The tigress died at the age of 16. The Kolarwali tigress was born in 2005. She played an important role in increasing the tigers' population in the Pinch Tiger Reserve. She gave birth to 29 cubs in her lifetime. It is a world record of these 29 cubs. 29 cubs, 25 survived. For this reason, she was called Super Mom. She was also called Matram or respected mother. With this, we came to the end of this session. Before I end this session, I would like to remind you that SSB Short Academy has all the solution, whatever problems we have. If you find weak in written examination, you are not able to crack written examination, we have crash course for every courses, like for NDS, CDS. These are going to start from first wave as well, in online and offline format both. We also have SSB courses, both for online and offline, and personality development course, and some other course as well. To get more queries for these courses, you may contact these two numbers. And to get periodic discount on the course, download our application from Play Store, that is SSB Short Academy. Thank you.